Start. When may you sound your vehicle horn? To make slower driver move over, to give you right of way, to attract a friend's attention, or to warn others of your presence. When are you allowed to beep your horn? I will give you like 30 seconds and then we will keep going. Wherever I think I need to explain, I will explain. And if it's too easy, then obviously we don't need to. So the right answer is to warn others of your presence. If you have to let other know that you are there, somebody is reversing on you, they didn't notice, or somebody is coming from opposite direction but they're coming towards you and you have felt that they are going to hit into you, then you should beep your horn. Next, what should you do if it is raining and you are following this lorry on motorway? If it is raining and you are following this lorry on motorway, what should you do? Should you switch your headlights onto main beam? Would they really help you? No. Allow a 2 second separation gap. Yes, it is raining, but in raining we don't leave 2 seconds, we leave 4 seconds if that was the case. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. Yes, this spray can reduce your vision. Move into a lane that has less spray. No, we're not going to change lanes. We need to be aware of spray reducing your vision. You won't be able to see clearly on the road ahead because of this spray, the water spray. Because of that, you won't be able to see anything. What does this sign mean? It says, so the picture is about trams, and then it says only. So what does it mean? Route for buses only? Obviously, no. Route for trams only? Yes. Parking for trams only? No. And parking for buses only? No. This is anything comes in blue with blue background, that route is just for that vehicle. In this case, it is just for trams and it says only underneath as well. So that makes it clear that this route is just for trams. Route for trams only. No other vehicle can drive in this zone, just trams. What does this sign mean? No through road, T junction, telephone box, or toilet ahead. What do you guys think? This is no through road. So the road you are going at, end of that road, you can't get anywhere. It's a dead end. The road is no through road, dead end road. You can't get anywhere. So if you need to get to some other destination, then you need to change the route. You have stopped at a railway level crossing. What should you do if the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone past? You have stopped at a railway level crossing. What should you do if the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone past? One train has already gone past, but the lights are still flashing. What should you do? Alert drivers behind you, phone the signal operator, wait, or proceed with caution. If the lights are still flashing, that means another train might be coming in a bit. So you need to keep waiting. Continue waiting. Waiting is the right answer. Even though one train has already gone past, you still need to be waiting because the lights are still flashing, thus giving you signal another train might be coming in a bit. What does this sign means? No buses and cycles allowed, with flow bus and cycle lane, no waiting for buses and cycles, contra flow bus and cycle lane. It is about bus and cycle lane as you can see, but is a contra flow or with flow? This is with flow bus and cycle lane. If it was contra flow, the arrows would be there and arrows would have been opposite direction. So they would have shown you that the traffic is going opposite direction. Some traffic is going one way and buses and cyclists are going opposite direction. In this case, all traffic is going same direction. With flow means all traffic goes same direction. Police car is following you. What should you do if the police officer flashes the headlights and points to the left? A police car is flashing their headlights and they are pointing you to the left. What does that mean? Pull up on the left, turn left at the next junction, stop immediately, or move over to the left. Right, moving over to the left means you are just moving to the, let's say, to the left hand lane. Stop immediately means you are just braking there, sudden braking, and you're stopping there. Pull up on the left means you are going to stop on the left, but whenever it is convenient, whenever it is safe, you are not going to rush in stopping. So they are similar and we do get confused in them. But the right answer is we need to pull up on the left wherever it is convenient, wherever it is safe. We are not harsh braking. We are not harsh braking. We are not moving towards left. We are stopping on the left. But whenever it is convenient and safe. Which sign means the end of dual carriage way? We will try to do all these four of the signs. Um, so try to focus them. They do look similar. We do get confused, even though here we think, oh, everything is very easy, very easy. And when we go in the test, we get confused because we get pressurized. End of dual carriageway. So there were two lanes. That's a dual carriageway. There are some other um, conditions for dual carriageway as well, but we're not going to go into it at the moment. And now two lanes are becoming one lane. So it is end of dual carriageway. Two lanes are finishing and one lane is starting. End of dual carriageway. Now the second one, B, is telling you two-way traffic is crossing one way ahead. Two-way traffic is crossing one way ahead. You are going on one way. Once you come to the give way, you just imagine you got out of your side street and you are joining a main road. So your one way is finishing, and now two-way traffic is crossing your way. One side of traffic would be coming from left to right, one side of traffic would be coming from right to left. So two-way traffic is crossing one way ahead. Third one is road is narrowing from right hand side. There are two lanes. It's not becoming end of dual carriageway because there are still two lanes. But the right hand side of the lane is narrowing, is going closer. So there would not be enough space. You might have to slow down, or you might have to let the other vehicle come into your lane, because two cars going side to side might be harder. It might get harder. So right hand side of the lane is narrowing. The last one is road is narrowing from both sides. It's still two lanes, but both side of the traffic, both side of the road is getting closer. They were wide first. There were plenty of space for your car and another car in the other lane. But now roads are going narrowed, so there would not be enough space for both of the cars from different lanes to drive side by side. So road is narrowing from both sides. What does this sign mean? No parking for buses or coaches, direction to bus and coach park, parking area for cars and coaches, or direction to park and ride car park. This one is telling you you need to park your cars there, and then you can ride your bikes, or you can jump into the buses. So direction to park and ride. Park there and then ride your bikes. Park there and use the buses. Direction to park and ride car park. You need to park your car there because you are not far from town. They are asking you to park your cars there and now get into the bus or ride your bicycle if you got bike and go into the town, so they can reduce the volume of traffic in the town. Direction to park and ride car park. Where can you find reflective amber studs on motorway? Amber studs are always on right hand edge of the motorway. We do know that, don't we? Amber reflective studs are on the right hand edge of the motorway. Now let's read the options. Separating the slip road from the motorway. Slip road B is on the left hand side. So it can't be the right answer then. On the left hand edge of the motorway? No, the amber one are on the right hand side edge of the motorway. Left hand edge of the motorway, the reflective stud color is red. So it can't be that then. Separating the lanes, lane dividers or lanes, the studs what separate the lanes, they are white colors. They're called lane dividers. On the right hand edge of the motorway, yes. There could be two or three type of questions. Very two common and famous questions. One of it is this one, on the right hand edge of the motorway or right hand edge of the road, and the second one would be in between central reservation and carriageway. So amber reflective should be in between central reservation and carriageway. So remember, they either give you the option of right hand edge of the road, the way they given it here, or they would give you option of central reservation and carriageway. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? If you want to drive on UK's roads, what do you need? An appropriate driving license, a vehicle handbook, breakdown cover, proof of your identity. Some people go for proof of your identity. I don't know why they do that, but that's what some people do. You need your driving license, appropriate driving license. And if they don't give you this option, and one of the option is insurance, then obviously appropriate insurance cover. Next, what information is found on a vehicle registration documents? That's okay. A lot of students are in now. What information is found on a vehicle registration documents? The registered keeper, the date of the MOT, service history details, the type of insurance cover. Vehicle registration documents. The registered keeper information would be in vehicle registration documents. There are similar words as well. Vehicle registration document, the registered keeper, the owner of the vehicle. Registered keeper means the owner of the vehicle. What information is found on vehicle registration documents? About the registered keeper, about the owner of the vehicle. You are approaching traffic lights and the red light is showing. What signal will show next? After red light. Red and amber, amber alone, green and amber, green alone. After red lights. If you know the sequence, that's very good. If you don't know the sequence, then it's red. Try to write it down if you want to. Red, red and amber, green, amber, red. I will repeat myself again. Red, red and amber, green, amber, red. So after red, they are asking, it would be red and amber. And if they ask you after red and amber, then it would be green. If they ask you after green, it would be amber and then red. Red, red and amber, green, amber, red. So if you know this, that means you have got 5 questions sorted. What does this sign mean? Lane for heavy and slow vehicles, leave motorway at next exit, rest area for lorries, all lorries use the hard shoulder. This one is saying crawler lane, means slow lane. Bismillah. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles, crawler lane. We can easily tell there's a lorry picture there and it says crawler lane. You must have heard sometimes a person saying to other person, stop crawling, can you walk fast? So that means crawling is going too slow. You are crawling. You're not even walking. Which sign means there's a double bend ahead? Second one, everybody should know this by now. Second one is double bend ahead. First one is telling you road is going left or sharply to the left, or road is turning sharply to the left. C is road is bending towards right ahead, and last one is road is bending towards left ahead. But they are not sharp turnings, slightly bends. And the first one is sharply left turning. You are following a slower moving vehicle. You are behind a slow moving vehicle. What should you do if there's a junction just ahead on the right? Now, when there's a junction on the right, what students do is they would say overtake from the left, which is totally wrong. They are trying to figure out something else. They want you to give them a different answer. The point we need to notice is we are near a junction. That's the point. Doesn't matter junction is on the left or right. They use them word just to confuse you. Okay, junction is on the right, so that means we can overtake from left. No, we can't. If we are near a junction, the answer they want is you should not try to overtake near a junction. That's the knowledge. Now, whatever wording they use doesn't matter. If we know the knowledge, we will smash it. Only consider overtaking when you are past the junction. Simple. So the first one is the right answer. We should only consider overtaking once we have gone past the junction. Before a junction, we are not overtaking. Simple. What's the maximum fine for driving or riding without insurance? If you're driving or riding without insurance, what's the maximum fine? It is unlimited. There's no limit to it. So never do it. What does this sign means? Waiting restriction apply, clear way, no stopping, waiting permitted, or national speed limit applies. This sign is about waiting restriction. You can stop here, but you are not allowed to wait here. If we get exact same sign, but instead of one red line, we have two cross red lines. That would have been you cannot even stop here. That's further restriction, strong restriction. You cannot even stop there. But if we get one line, that means we can stop here. If we have to, if we have to pick somebody up, or if we have to drop somebody off, we are okay to stop here, but we are not allowed to wait here. I hope that's clear. It has to be clear. You are on a 3-lane motorway. How should you overtake a slow moving lorry in the middle lane if it is showing this signal? Signal is showing you keep to the left, overtake from the left. Try not to go towards right hand side. So follow the lorry until you can leave the motorway? No. Use the right hand lane and overtake the lorry normally? No. Cautiously approach the lorry, then overtake on either side? No. Approach with care and overtake on the left of the lorry? Yes. Approach with care because obviously there would be a reason why they got this lorry in middle of motorway. There would be road works, there would be accident, there would be anything. It could be anything. So the right hand lane is, let's say, closed. That's why lorry is in middle lane and is pointing you that you need to overtake me from left hand side. Normally you overtake from right, but in this case you are overtaking that lorry from left hand side. What does this traffic sign means? We have done this so many times. Wherever red color goes, that side of traffic has to stop and other side of traffic has got priority. They should go. You have to stop if you have red color sign on your side. How do we know this is my side or their side? In UK, we drive on the left hand side. So which one is on the left? The red one is on the left. What does that mean? We need to stop and give priority to oncoming traffic. The traffic coming from opposite direction, we have to give them priority. They have got priority. They have got right to way. We have to stop, give them way. And if red color is their side, the other side, then they have to stop and we can go. We have got priority. How should the right hand lane of a three-lane motorway be used? The right hand lane of three-lane motorway as a right turn lane? No. As an overtaking lane? Yes. The right hand lane is for overtaking, just for overtaking on motorway. But if we are talking about dual carriageway, then right hand lane is for overtaking and turning right. On motorway, we can't turn right. We have to go on slip road, which is on left hand side. But on dual carriageway, sometimes we can turn right. So right hand lane would be for overtaking as well as turning right. What information would be shown in a triangle road sign? Ahead only, keep left, road narrows, minimum speed. Triangle sign is a warning. Anything warning would be in the triangle sign. So which one is the warning from all of these options? Ahead only is a warning? No, it's not a warning. Keep left is a warning? No. Road narrows? Yes. Road is narrowing ahead is a warning. So they are telling you road is narrowing. Be careful. So C is the right answer. What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroad? Traffic lights are out of order. What you need to do, carry on with great care. Do not change your direction. Do not change your route. Do not call police. You need to carry on. Road is not blocked. Traffic lights are not working. But you need to be extra careful. Look center, left, right, look everywhere, and then carry on. So carry on with great care. Who's responsible for paying the vehicle tax? Who's supposed to be paying the tax of the vehicle? Is it the driver or the owner? Who do you think is responsible for the tax? Obviously, the owner of the vehicle. So the options are register keeper of the vehicle. You do know who is register keeper. What does that mean? The owner of the vehicle. So the register keeper of the vehicle is responsible. Right, guys, give me 30 seconds. That's if somebody just finished work. The register keeper of the vehicle. When will a new car need its first MOT test? New car, first MOT test. New car needs first MOT after 3 years. If they're talking about new car after 3 years, if they're talking about after first one, then it's every year. If they're talking about the new car, then it is after 3 years, when it is 3 years old. What should you do about driving if you have been taking medicine that causes drowsiness? Should you keep driving if you are taking a medicine which is giving you making you feel drowsy? Drive on quiet roads? You think it's okay to drive on quiet roads? No, it's not. Only drive if your journey is necessary, which a lot of people go for this one. But thing is, if you are feeling drowsy, doesn't matter how important your journey is, you shouldn't drive. Avoid driving and check with your doctor, or ask someone to come with you. If you asking somebody to come with you, how would that help you? You are drowsy. So avoid driving. Try not to drive and check with your doctor. Talk to your doctor. This is quite like a confusing question. So focus. If you are drowsy, if you're taking something which is not helping you with drive, then the answer would be do not drive. Answer would be use local transport. Answer would be take somebody else who can drive. So basically, if something is affecting your driving, answer would be you should not drive. Now, doesn't matter which word they use. Ask somebody else to drive, go home by public transport, or avoid driving and check with doctor. Whatever they say, the answer is do not drive. What should you do before making a U-turn? Give an arm signal. Check road marking to see that U-turn are permitted. Look over your shoulder for a final check, or select a higher gear than normal. What do you think? Before you making a U-turn, you need to look over your shoulder for final check, especially for the vehicle trying to overtake you from right hand side. If there is anybody, that could be dangerous, so you need to check for overtaking vehicles. A lot of students go for check road markings to see that U-turns are permitted. There would not be any road sign telling you you are allowed to take a U-turn. If they don't want you to take a U-turn, they would put a sign on, a U-turn sign, and then they would put a red cross on, a red line, cross line. And that means you are not allowed to make a U-turn. But if you can't see any sign which is telling you don't make a U-turn, automatically that means you are allowed to make a U-turn. I think I hope that's clear for everyone. What should you do as you approach this cycle? Try to overtake before the cycle gets to the junction? Never. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn? Yes. If you're coming near to a junction and you can see a cyclist ahead of you, or any bodies ahead of you, you need to slow down, let them take the turning. Next, you want to turn left at this junction? What should you do if your view of the main road is restricted? If you cannot see clearly because of the hedges, because of the anything, you want to join the main road, this is side road, what should you do? If your view is restricted, build up your speed so that you can emerge quickly? Never. Stay well back and wait to see if anything comes? No. Stop and apply the parking brake even if the road is clear? No. Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly. Yes, you are approaching slowly and you are edging out by inches. Inches, not in feet. Very slowly. Tiny bit you are moving forward to check if the road is clear or not. Wherever you can't see, you shouldn't drive. That's the simple rule. If you can't see anything, you should not drive for even 1 second. Approach slowly, edge out until you can see more clearly. Which type of vehicle does this sign apply to? high vehicles, because the pointers are on top and bottom. So they are talking about height of the vehicle. Long vehicles, wide vehicles, heavy vehicles, or high vehicles. High vehicles. If the pointers were side to side, then that would have been for wide vehicles. Top and bottom, high vehicles. Why should you make allowances for older drivers? Older drivers are exempt for wearing seat belt? No, they are not. Older drivers take more risk than other drivers? No, they don't. Older drivers' reaction may be slower than other drivers? Yes, because of the age, their reaction would be slower. Well, that's normal. Older drivers' reaction would be slower than other drivers. What should the driver of the red car arrow do? Quickly drive, wave towards the pedestrian, tell the pedestrian in the road she should not have crossed, or wait for pedestrian in the road to cross. The red car. They should wait for the pedestrians in the road to cross. So let pedestrian cross. Red car stop there, should stop there and let the pedestrian cross. You have just passed your first practical driving test. Practical driving test. What will you have to do if you get 6 penalty points on your license in the next 2 years? If you get 6 penalty points within first 2 years, you are going to take your theory test and practical test again. Retake only your theory? No. Retake only your practical? No. Retake your theory and practical? Yes. So you need to retake your theory and practical test. What does this signal from a police officer mean to oncoming traffic? This signal tells you stop. So do not be looking at the other hand going towards right. Don't be saying go left or right. This hand, the right hand is showing you need to stop. So you need to stop. You have been involved in an argument that's made you feel angry. What should you do before starting your journey? You had argument, made you angry. What should you do? Open a window, turn on your radio, calm down, have an alcoholic drink. You need to calm down, baby. I have said that so many times. So calm down, stay relaxed, and try not to drive until you are calm. What statutory off road notification? SORN, statutory off road notification. What is that? Information kept by police, a notification to tell DVSA that a vehicle does not have a current MOT, notification to tell DVLA that a vehicle is not being used on the road, or information held by insurance companies to check a vehicle is insured. SORN is a notification to tell DVLA that your vehicle is not on road anymore. You are not using your vehicle on the road. That's the SORN notification. So don't get confused with the word. Yeah, it's a different word. We don't hear or talk about it very often. But if we know the reason why we have this SORN, what does the SORN notification means? It's a notification to tell DVLA that your car is not on road anymore. Either you have moved it from road, you are parked on the in your drive, in your garage, or any other thing, but your car is not on the road. What does this sign mean? Steep hill downwards. We read it yesterday about this one. If the percentage sign is on bottom, That means steep hill is going down. Road is going downwards. It's downhill. Steep hill downwards by 10%. If the percentage sign is on the top, then it would be steep hill upwards. Doesn't matter how much percentage they say, but if the percentage sign is at bottom, then it's going down. If the percentage sign is on top, then it's going up. What does a sign with a brown background show? Brown background. Motorway route, tourist direction, primary roads or minor roads. Whenever we get brown color, doesn't matter what sign it says in the in the road sign, it is about tourist direction or tourist attraction. You are approaching a crossroad. What should you do if the traffic lights have failed? Traffic lights are not working. You have just got to a crossroad. Lights are not working. What should you do? Be prepared to brake sharply? No. Brake and stop only for large vehicles? No. Brake sharply to stop before looking? No. Be prepared to stop for any traffic? Yes. If the traffic lights are not working on a crossroad, be prepared to stop for any traffic coming from left, right, because it's a crossroad. Traffic would be coming from opposite direction, traffic would be coming from right, traffic could be coming from left, so you need to be extra careful. Be prepared to stop for any traffic. Which sign informs you that you are coming to a no through road? We have read about it today. No through road. So you won't be able to get through. The road is ending, road is dead end. You can't get through it. You can enter into the road, but it's dead end. There's no exit to it. So if you want to get somewhere, then use a different route. First one is telling you right hand lane is closed. Second one is telling you about T junction. Last one is again right hand lane is closed. So first and last, they are same signs. The meaning of the road is exact the same. Right hand lane is closed. Which sign means turn left ahead? Turn left. C is about turning left ahead. A is about mini roundabout. B, keep to the left. Remember that road sign we read about, a big vehicle is showing an arrow towards left. So it's a similar thing. The color of the arrow and that sign is different, but the meaning of the sign is same. Keep to the left. That sign means um, cross this vehicle from the left hand side or overtake this vehicle from the left hand side. But what is it telling you? Keep to the left. And this sign is exact the same. It's telling you keep to the left. And the last one is telling you you are going to get to same destination by passing either side. You want to get to your home, doesn't matter you use the right hand arrow or left hand arrow, you are still getting your home. You're getting to your destination, passing either side. What does this sign means? Gated road ahead, level crossing with gate or barrier ahead, cattle grid ahead, or level crossing without gate or barrier. This is level crossing with gate or barrier. We can see the gate. The wooden gate is there. Most likely they be wooden, won't they? Don't they? So level crossing with gate or barrier. What is level crossing? The crossing for trains. That's the crossing. Why does it call level crossing? Because it's at the same level at the road where you driving is exact the same level. It's not on the top on a bridge, or it's not underneath. It's not internal. It's not underground. It's at the same level as your roads. This is why it's called level crossing. What shape are the traffic sign giving orders? Which sign gives you order? B. You are driving on a road with, sorry, which sign gives you order? B. How do we know? Red circles are giving orders. Whatever comes in red circle, let's say it says 30, that means you cannot drive more than 30 miles per hour. If it says, if it shows you a picture of a pedestrian, that means pedestrians are not allowed in this zone. It's another order. Whatever comes in the red circle is an order, something you have to do. You are driving on road with several lanes. What do these signs above the lane mean? Bear with me, guys. Internet. Somebody's internet is not working. What can I do now? You are driving on road with several lanes. What do these signs above the lanes mean? The two left lanes are open. The two right lanes are open. Traffic in left lane should stop, or traffic in right lane should stop. Now, some people think traffic in right lanes should stop, but that's not the right answer. The two left lanes are open because traffic in right hand lane should not stop. They should move towards left hand lane. The two left lanes are open. Which type of sign tells you what must not do? What you must not do? Again, B, red circle. You must not do something. It's an order. You cannot do. Like, again, if it's talking about pedestrians and cyclists, so pedestrian cyclists must not be in this zone. Buses must not be in this zone. Whatever comes in the red circle, that thing is not allowed in this zone. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? They are rectangle with a yellow border, they are triangular with a blue border, they are square with a brown border, or they are circle or circular with a red border. Something gives you order. We've just read it. Something gives you order. They are circular, they are round circle, a red border circle. What legal requirement must be met by a newly qualified driver? Somebody just qualified as a driver, somebody just passed their test, practical test. What legal requirement must be met? They must display green L plates? No. They must have a new photograph taken? No. They must have valid motor insurance? Yes. For new or old driver, everybody has to have valid insurance cover. They must be accompanied on their first motorway journey? No, they don't have to. If once they are passed, they are passed. They can drive anywhere as long as they are confident, as long as they know what they're doing. They must have valid motor insurance. They have to have motor insurance to drive on the roads. When should you use hazard warning lights? When your vehicle has broken down and is causing an obstruction. If your vehicle has broken down and is making issues for others, is coming into the way of others, if it is obstructing others, then you should use your warning, hazard warning lights. When may you use hazard warning lights while you are driving? On the motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway to warn of a hazard ahead? That's the right answer. On the approach to Toucan crossing where cyclists are waiting to cross? No. On rural routes after a sign warning of animals? No. Instead of sounding the horn in a build-up area between 11:30 to 7 a.m.? Never. On a motorway or unrestricted dual carriageway to warn of a hazard ahead? If you need to warn the traffic behind you that there is a hazard ahead of me, then you need to use your warning lights, hazard warning lights. What should you do if a driver pulls out of a side road in front of in front of you, causing you to brake hard? What should you do? Ignore the error and stay calm, baby. Again, we need to stay calm. Ignore them. Other options are overtake as soon as possible. No. Sound your horn to to show your annoyance. No. Flash your lights to show your annoyance. Not. Ignore the error and stay calm. Right, guys. We have done full test and we have got 50 out of 50, which is amazing.